Okay, guys, so we're ready to move on with the build. And if you guys wanted to see what's in this shipment, this is shipment 11. I already did a complete unboxing. And to keep you guys up to date with all this stuff, I actually have a playlist of just the Eaglemoss Building Enterprise D. Okay, guys, I want to give you a little bit of an update. Those of you that are having the same problems with me, I was having a problem with the dorsal hull, or the saucer pylon, where the battery, the housing, unless you really put pressure on it, it wasn't making contact to light. I contacted Eaglemoss, and they did send me a replacement. They were really nice about it. They sent me a replacement, but one of the things that I had wanted to try was I wanted to take the lid or the cover off this and swap it to see if that made a difference. And when I got it, I realized that for some reason the lid never came in pack 20, the power supply. I don't know why they would put it in a separate shipment, but it was. So what I did was I took the power supply that we used to test all the connections and I swapped out the lid. And that made all the difference. So now you put the switch on and it works perfectly, works fine. So you guys that are having the same problem, when you go to put the power pack on and you have to push down to make contact, try swapping out the lid for the power pack that we used to test. I did that and everything worked out fine. And, well, knock on wood, it's going to be ready to move on. So I'm glad because I don't have to take apart the whole thing now. But I just wanted to give you guys an update on that. So we're ready to move on with shipment number 11. We're going right to stage 39 assembly. And you can see the yellow sections are what we're going to be using. Okay, so we're going to take the panel, and we had already put the windows in. Okay, so this is going to be, we've got CP screws. There's going to be 3 that are going to hold this into place. So let's go and get, we got the CP screws. We'll get them ready. Let's see, I think these. Okay. And we'll put the screws in. Okay, so we want to bend the lights back just like that, and that's going to go into that section just like that, but we got to move on. So we've done that section, so let's see, we're going to move on to step B, and we're going to be using 9 escape pods. 9 escape pods, so we're going to be using all of them. Alright, it'll go the right way, yep. And 1 dark, so we got 1 dark window. And 2 clear. So that one was relatively painless. Alright, so you guys remember, okay, here we are. We got 31A. This is from, I think that's from shipment 9. Okay, we got the escape pods. And the windows, we're going to have 3 of the dark windows. And 7 of the clear. There. Just like that. Okay, so I guess we're going to put these aside for now. And let's see what's next. These will be secured in step D. Retrieve your saucer assembly and identify the unassigned bulb with red and blue cables from stage 21. Yeah, I like that tape just a little bit better. It's the clear tape. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take these pieces that we just did and we're going to put them underneath, and they're going to be held in place with BM screws. What we'll do is we'll put a couple in, and then we'll go around and we'll tighten them all once they're all in place. All right, so we got the BM screws in. Okay, we got the BM screws in. Now we need to use the EM. Okay, so we got this section in. Let's move on. And we're going to do the same thing with the other section. Take the deck panel lights supplied with this stage 39F and thread them through the skeleton as shown, before sliding the bulbs into reflector panels. And we're going to do the same thing with these, except we're going to thread these through. Okay, so we need to add this section to the skeleton frame. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the two bulbs. We're going to fish them through. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a little bit of tape just to make sure that they stay in place. Okay, so the light bulbs are in. So what we got to do now, so we got these on. We got the BM screws on anyway. So now we have to put 4 of the EM screws. All right, so we got that section on. You can see the phaser array. So that looks pretty good for the Enterprise. Okay, what's next? And now we get to do one of my favorites things. We get to test them out. So you guys remember I was having problems with the lid. But anyway, now I have to push it, but that's okay. And you guys can see those are all working. We're going on to stage 40. We got this, we got more escape pods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 8 of the escape pods. Alright, we got all the windows in. So, let's see. Next, reflector panel U106A. U106A. And we've got a couple of the light panels. So this bulb is going to go in to this panel. And just like that. And this is going to go in the other panel on this side. So we're going to take this one this is 40H, and this is going to go into this side. So they're going to go just like that, and let's see, they're going to be held in place with DM screws. Okay, now this side is going to be held in place with the 40C, and that would be U106A1. So that's that one. And this extra bulb is going to go into this side, just like that. Again, it's going to be held in place with DM screws. This time 4 of them. There. Okay, so what do we do with this? We're going to test this right now and make sure that these lights work. All right, let's test these. So those work, and this one is going to go into the 2-pronged section. There, guys, I think I might have found the issue with the lid. See the little contact on the back part? You needed to push it down to it to make contact. If you bend it just a little bit, it should take care of that problem. It did with mine anyway. Okay, so we've tested it. So now we're going to run it through, and we're going to hold it in place with, let's see, BM screws. How many? 1, 2, just 2. Alright, so now we're going to hold it in place with 2 BM screws. So this section is going to go in. Let me show you guys where it's going to go. It's going to go right where the circuit board is. So let's fish the wires. It has these little tabs that are going to hold it in position. And that's going to go there. How does that look? Alright, that looks pretty cool. Okay. Starting to come together. And let's see, we're going to plug this into the PCB board. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. And where's the other one going to go? It's going to go right up there. These are not going in, not yet anyway. And these are part of that one. Alright, so I think that's all set for now. Let me show you guys. Okay, so that's a little bit better. Let's try to get it all into the shot for you guys. Okay, so moving on. It'll be a 12-hour video. Okay, so we got this. Retrieve your deck panel U.S.S from stage 32. Yep, I think this is the one. Okay, so this is the one that's going to go into this. Alright, so there's something keeping this section from... Alright, BM screws. Yep. Alright, how does that look? Well, you guys can see how that's starting to look. Okay, so that section is in. Alright, let's see. We've got these lights, the window lights to put in. Just like that. And 40G. So, are we missing 40G? Return to the battle section and carefully slot the right rear neck windows. 40G into place as shown. Stage 40 is now complete. All we're going to do is we're going to put the windows into this section, and we're going to put that aside. And we're going to move on to section 41, or stage 41. And let's empty everything out of stage 41. All right, so we've got more escape pods and windows. So let's start with the escape pods. We got 3 to put in. Got everything. Okay, so we're going to be using this section, and let's see, we're going to be using the 41H. Red will be going on that side, so the yellow will be going here. Alright, so they're going to be going this way. And we're going to be using BP screws. Alright, so we got this all set. And we're going to put that in. And you can see we're going to put that into the section where the impulse engine is. Alright, so this is a way to put that. We're going to test it so you can see. Alright, so let me make sure I got so many wires out here. Alright, this is the one we're going to test. And you guys can see it's working. Okay, so that section is all set. Put our power supply to the side. Okay. And we're going to start to zip tie these. You know, a little zip tie. Okay, so we're going to have 4 of these. So this one is a little bit shorter. Okay, so let me get that. Okay, so looks like we're going to go back. Now, according to this, take your battle section build and place the right neck rear reflector on over the right neck rim, and then slot the 2 unassigned bulbs from stage 34. Alright, carefully position the photon torpedo launcher 41G in a slot at the edge of the left neck panel as shown. Alright, so I gotta find that. I don't remember seeing that. Okay, so this is easy to forget or to mistake for a window, so it's going to go just like that. Okay, managed to get that step E in. Alright, now it's going to go into place with BM screws. I think this is a BM screw. We got this section together. Light it up. You can see this piece was a nightmare to try to get in. The little photon torpedo tube. You guys can see that little piece was a real pain in the butt to get in. I had to take the size and loosen them up to get it in. So, this is the dorsal hull underneath where the battle section is. So, I don't think there's anything left to do right now to this. So, let's put this off and put this to the side for now. And we can move on to stage 42 assembly. Okay, so 42. 13 dark windows. Okay, so we're going to take the DP screws. You can see how that looks. So that's all ready to go into the ship. Now let's see, is that what we're going to do? Yep. We're going to put it right in. We're going to fill that area that we just did last time. You guys can see it's going to go right in here. All right, now it's going to be held in with CP screws. So I know I've seen some somewhere. Here we are. We got some CP. So how many? 2. Okay, so we got these in place. And what we're going to do with this section is we're going to test them out. So let's see. That would be this section. And let's test them. And you can see they're working very nicely. So let's okay, so we're going to put that aside. You can see, actually let me try to get it where you can see the whole thing. You see, starting on this side, going all the way around, so starting to look pretty good. All right, we put that aside, and we're going to be working on the dorsal hull. And let's see, you see some pieces that we're going to be using. So the first thing we're going to do is this one, and this is, you can see this is a sticker, just like that, to cover up the screws. That's a pretty good idea. You can see that little indentation is gone. Okay, so the other one, 42G, is that this one? The transporter emitter. Yep, so that's this. Okay, there we are. It's looking pretty amazing. All right, so this section, it looks like it's going to go like that. And that's going to cover up the screws, the area where the screws are, which would be nice because you'd be able to get it out again if you need to take it apart. And we got the outer piece. And that gets pushed into place. You can see that looks pretty nice. And again, you can take it off if you need to take this section apart. Let's see. And now you can see we got the screw covers that we're going to push into the holes. You can see there's 4 of them here. So let's take out 2. Okay, so do we put the others onto the other side? Nope, we're just doing 1/2. So let's put these back into the bag. So it looks like this is the end. Yep. So that's the end of issue 11. Okay, so just to give you a little recap of what we did in issue 11, we did the Saucer Pylon, or the Dorsal Hull. We got a lot done. We closed it in, got the photon torpedo launcher put in, and we covered up the screws. We did the port side, and we did a lot on the saucer section. You can see we actually starting to close in where the impulse engine is over on that side. I'm interested to see when we're going to get the phaser arrays, because we only have that one section so far. You can see it's, I'll try to get the shot wide for you. It's starting to take shape. It's starting to fill up that skeleton. And we got that middle piece that we had already done with the bridge section. So we're probably about 60% or 70% done the top of the primary hull. So I just wanted to give you a little review, and I look forward to shipment number 12. And as soon as I get it, we'll do an unboxing and we'll do a build. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day.